Guys, my name is Faith the Moliminous. Welcome to News Pump, where I detail all the news that's happened in the fandom, the good, the bad, the ugly, the Toon Critic. This is probably this fifth, sixth take. I just don't know how to rightfully tackle this. I'm trying to somehow put something positive at the end of this story. However, it's a largely negative one. Recently, over the last 24 or 48 hours, one of the staple members of the Analysis Rift, the reviewer community for MLP, has come out as being an alleged pedophile. That person being Toonkriticy2k. A lot of you guys probably have seen it on Twitter, have heard about it, have seen the conversations that are said to be happening between him and an alleged minor of 14 years age, but a lot of you guys don't. And whether I like it or not, I'm in a position in this community where I have an audience and I have an obligation to signal boost this. This story was first broken by Vita Pony, a probably controversial figure in the fandom, but like him or hate him, his video does detail everything that you probably need to know, and it is the first link in the description. Please keep in mind that there is some graphic conversations. There is definitely, if you don't have thick enough skin, I don't recommend that you sit through all of it. I believe he gives you some warnings. That being said, the basic rundown for those of you guys who don't want to go there is that Toon Critic contacted a 14-year-old minor. He then started almost immediately going into sexual territory. Even after learning of her age, he did in fact know that she was 14 at the time, and after that he starts ERPing with her and asking if he can teach her how to become better at it. For those of you guys who are out of the loop, ERP is erotic role-playing, which is pretty much sexual stories between two people where they put themselves within the story. Kind of like phone sex, if you want to just equate it to that. During this, he would send explicit, furry, pornographic material to her to encourage her to hurry up her replies and encourage her in creativity. Throughout this, he mentions that he's not a pedophile, that he wants to imagine her as being 18 during these role plays. He also says multiple times that he's just not attracted to her on a physical level. However, this apparently changes because he starts asking for explicit material of her and nothing but her panties and a jacket. He even then later propositions her to come out to BronyCon, in which he could have her to a hotel room all to himself. When she asks, "What are you planning to do?" he then just simply says, "Look at the RPs we have. Do you really have to ask?" Toon Critic has also verified the validity of these statements in a conversation that I've had with him over Skype. I did reach out to him via phone call. However, he did not want to discuss anything any further. Toon Critic has been hemorrhaging subs. He's been hemorrhaging patrons, and he should, because this isn't just a mistake. Let's be honest here. This wasn't a one-time thing. In fact, in a leaked conversation between Toon and his friends, he admitted that actually he's had run-in with the police before for contact with minors. Now, to put it in perspective, this person was 17. Keep in mind, though, that the age of consent within his state is 17. And if he's saying police got involved, that means that there was a little bit more to the story. Also, I'm not one to fully take someone like Toon Critic, who has been shown to be manipulative and abusive, word at value. I believe he's probably painting himself in a better light, in that the story is probably far, far, far worse than what he's letting on. Also, since this allegations have been laid out against Toon, there has been a myriad of other people coming forth talking about their own experiences with Toon Critic, his sexual advances, his alleged groping and comments towards minors, and it's just really piling on. And if you want any kind of thing that restores your faith in humanity or makes you feel some sort of completion about this, because it is a sad topic, the people who were closest to Zach and closest to this situation, his friends, they sat him down and they told him that they were going to report him. They disassociated from him. They gave him 24 hours to turn himself in to the police, and that was the only way they could see ever forgiving him. They could have swept this underneath the rug easily. They could have hid it completely, and they didn't. And while you guys may think that it's very easy and it's a cut and dry case of just, yes, he did wrong and we should just immediately turn him in, it's different when that person has been your friend for years. And I can't imagine what the victims and his family and Toonkritics' family are going through right now. But I appreciate everyone who was involved in bringing this to light. Once again, Vita's video is linked in the description. I do recommend you see that, as well as another person who has come forth on behalf of another friend detailing their experiences. So it's been Faith and Moliminous, guys. No. See you guys next time. Here's hoping it's a more upbeat and better story.